How is it going, Data Bytes? Is No Data here, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Roblox Assassin. And welcome to yet another speculation video. It's been a very long time since we've done a speculation video on upcoming updates, and today we are going to talk about Assassin 2. As you guys know, Assassin 2 was confirmed. I actually made a video about it, so go ahead and check out that video if you haven't done so. But just as a quick recap, Prisman confirmed Assassin 2 on Twitter. This is not going to be a separate game from Assassin 1. It's actually going to be a game update, so all of your knives are going to stay because it's just going to be a game update to Assassin 1. So all of the knives and all of the progress you made in Assassin 1 is just going to carry over because technically it's still the same game. And yeah, I made a quick video letting you guys know that Assassin 2 was officially confirmed, but I didn't really get much into speculation. We didn't really talk about what I thought was actually going to be in this game-changing update. Literally a game-changing update because it's Assassin 2 now. And I also have your guys' speculations because I made a community tab post asking what you guys thought was going to be in Assassin 2. So yeah, guys, in today's video, I'm just going to talk about what could be in Assassin 2. I'm going to read some of your guys' comments and, you know, give my feedback on what you guys think. And we're going to find out what's most likely to be in Assassin 2. So if you guys are excited for this episode of Assassin, then be sure to drop a like on this video. It helps out a whole lot. And if you are new, be sure to subscribe for more Assassin videos in the future. If there's any more news about Assassin 2, I'm going to keep you guys updated immediately. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and the post notification bell. Also, guys, we have some no data merch. The link to that is in the description. And don't forget to use star code purple when buying Robux and Roblox Premium. It really helps me out to continue making these videos for you guys. Alright, and without further ado, let's go ahead and start with the speculation. So going to your guys' comments, it seems like one of the big things that people want to see in Assassin 2 is more features for effects. Because effects, you know, they're in the game, but there's really not much to do with them. You know, there's an effect shop where you can buy effects for one time, and then those effects are in your inventory forever. You can't really trade them or anything. You know, they're kind of just there. You can't buy more of them. So it seems like people want effects to be a far more prominent feature in Assassin 2. Maybe an effect case where you can unbox effects, having effects in the time shop, making effects tradable. That would be really interesting if effects became tradable. Personally, I'd be down for it. That would be interesting because then you would be able to have multiple knife effects at once. So for example, you could have like 2 red flames effects and be able to trade 1 red flames to someone else. And that would definitely spice up the economy a lot more because then effects are actually going to have values on the value list. Obviously, purple flames would be the most valuable effect in the game because that was actually a 1,000 point prize back in like 2017 in competitive mode. So purple flames would be an extremely valuable effect. It would be worth a bunch of exotics. So yeah, I'd personally be down to see effects becoming tradable. That would be really, really cool. Some of you guys also want some effects in like separate cases, kind of like how pets have their own separate cases. You know, there's pet case 1 and pet case 2, and those cases are just exclusively for pets. So it would be really cool if there was a case dedicated to knife effects where you could just unbox effects, and some effects would be rarer than others. That would be a pretty interesting concept, to be honest. I remember Murder Mystery X having that similar concept, if you guys remember that game. That game doesn't really exist anymore, but you know, good times. But that game actually did have unboxable effects. So, you know, it was pretty interesting to see that concept. And effects were tradable as well. And to be honest, I think it worked pretty well. It was cool being able to trade effects and unbox effects in that game. So I would like to see that happen in Assassin 2. I think that would be really interesting. I guess you could also put effects in the time shop, but I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent about it. I mean, I'm fine with just a effect shop, though it would be cool if you could buy multiple effects just to trade them, you know? It would be cool to be able to buy dual wield a second time just so you can trade dual wield to someone else, like someone who wants it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this concept. Should effects be tradable or in cases? I know that probably sounds like a weird concept to a lot of people, But honestly, I think it works. I don't really see a huge problem with that. I guess it is conceptually weird to trade a knife effect, but I don't really see a big problem with it, you know? Another thing that a lot of people want to see is changes in Royale mode. Now, we do know that Prisman is actually revamping Assassin Royale. Even before Assassin 2 was confirmed, Prisman said that he is working on a revamp for Assassin Royale, and that was actually going to be the second revival update. We don't really know if those revival updates are still happening. Maybe he's just ditching the revival updates and just making Assassin 2, so maybe that might be happening. But we do know that Assassin Royale is going to be revamped at some point. One thing that we know for certain is that Royale is actually going to get a new map. We're going to get a brand new mega map for Assassin Royale. So when we hop on Royale, we're going to be able to see that new map. And that's definitely a good thing, because as much as I love the Royale map, it's super cool seeing like all of the regular Assassin maps in one big map. But the problem with the current Royale map is that it's very unbalanced, alright? Castle Keep as a location is just completely overpowered. You can just climb up there and camp, and you'll basically be able to snipe anyone from anywhere. So it's definitely good that we're getting a new map. Hopefully it's going to be a bit more balanced. But one of the big suggestions that I really liked for Assassin Royale was actually duos. Now, as you guys know, in a lot of Battle Royale games like Fortnite, you actually have the option to do some duos where you can team up with one person and try to get the victory royale together. And then of course there's trios, which is a game of 3 people teaming up. And then, of course, there are squads, which is 4 or more people. Now, we actually do have squads in Assassin Royale in some form, you know, in the form of clan squads, but it just doesn't work very well in my opinion. I'm not a huge fan of clan squads. The main reasons are, well, number one, you have to be in the same clan with someone, which can be pretty annoying. Sometimes you don't want to recruit someone into your clan, but you want to play Assassin Royale with them and team up with them. And you don't want to recruit them to the clan because, you know, there's way more to clans and there's only limited slots in the clan anyway. Not to mention, if 2 friends are not in a clan at all and they don't have money to make a clan, then they can't really do clan squads together. Clan squads can be a very unbalanced mode, because the thing with clan squads is you can have anywhere from 2 players to 20 players in a squad, and that creates a very unbalanced mode because some squads are going to be bigger than others. You know, some squads are just going to be a team of 2, but then some other squads are going to be like a team of 5, and then at that point, you know, you're completely outnumbered depending on how small or large your clan is. So I think it would be cool to have set modes for certain groups of people, like duos and trios, and then maybe a squad of 4. I don't really think you need more than a squad of 4 for Assassin Royale. I think any more than that is a bit ridiculous. Maybe a squad of 5, because, you know, there are typically 50 players in a Royale server, so 10 teams of 5 wouldn't be that bad. And of course, by adding duos, it would eliminate the problem of teamers in solo rounds, because as you guys know, while doing solos, a lot of people just end up teaming up because, again, of the issues of clan squads. So by adding duos and trios and more balanced squads, it would make Royale a lot better, and you would be able to team up with pretty much whoever you want without having to join a clan or without being completely outnumbered by another clan. I still like the concept of clan battles, which is basically a clan 1v1, you know, a clan versus a clan in Royale, but I'm not a huge fan of clan squads where just a bunch of clans go into a server to compete. So yeah, that's the big change that I want to see to Assassin Royale. A lot of people also want Assassin Royale to be a free-for-all instead of a targeting-based system. Now, clan squads and clan battles actually are free-for-alls, which is pretty nice for those particular situations. And a free-for-all in Assassin Royale solos would be pretty chaotic and really interesting, to be honest. I wouldn't want to see it replace the original solos, but it would be cool if there were like 2 different types of solos, one with a targeting system and one that's a free-for-all. I feel like that would be the best compromise for everyone. So yeah, I think that would be a really good way to change Assassin Royale with Assassin 2, or just with the upcoming Assassin Royale revamp that might still be happening. So let me know what you guys think about that idea. But now let's move on to the knives. How are the knives going to change in Assassin 2? Now, like I said, Assassin 2 is just an update to Assassin 1, so you're going to keep all of your knives, but naturally, some ways to obtain knives would change. And one of the big things that people want to see is to make all of the current tier 1s unobtainable. As you guys know, there were like 30 different tier 1 exotic exotics that you can currently get in the game just by unboxing or crafting with legendaries or buying them in the time shop. And with Assassin 2, people actually want to see these exotics become unobtainable, and they would be replaced with brand new exotics. Now, we actually did see this happen before in Assassin 1. Some of the really OG tier 3 exotics like Bat Scythe, Flame Mace, Electro Saw, Dragon Breath, those used to just be the normal unboxable tier 1 exotics that you could unbox at any time. But they eventually became unobtainable and replaced with the current tier 1s in the game, and Prisman never really did that ever again. So yeah, it would be cool if the current tier 1 exotics became unobtainable and then we got some new exotics in the cases when Assassin 2 comes out. And I am definitely down to see this, and I honestly feel like it's pretty likely. You know, this is Assassin 2 we're talking about. This is a game-changing update, so it would naturally make sense if we had a completely new generation of tier 1 exotics to get, and then the old generation would just become unobtainable, and then those exotics would start going up in value in the future. People also want some of the crafting recipes to become unobtainable. Again, I kind of feel like that would be a given for Assassin 2, because again, if the update is so huge that it changes the game to Assassin 2, it wouldn't really make sense if some of the Assassin 1 crafting recipes just stayed in the game. That wouldn't make sense. I feel like the crafting recipes would be replaced as well. And if we really want to get excited, we could possibly argue that every single obtainable knife in the game is going to be replaced, even the legendaries and the rares and the commons. It would be really cool if all of those got replaced with some brand new knives with Assassin 2, and then all of the commons and the rares and the legendaries would also become unobtainable and rare in the future. Maybe that's wishful thinking. I can see the commons in Assassin 2 being the same from Assassin 1. They might just carry over. I don't know if all of them are going to become unobtainable, so maybe that might be a little bit of a stretch, but it would be cool to think about. Imagine every single obtainable knife becoming unobtainable and replaced with a bunch of new knives. A lot of people have also suggested the concept of vintages in Assassin. As you guys know, when Murder Mystery 1 was updated to Murder Mystery 2, the knives in Murder Mystery 1 became their own separate tier called the classics or the vintages, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, the weapons from the previous game were their own exclusive tier, and you can never get that tier from anywhere else. So a lot of people are thinking that maybe the old exotics from Assassin 1 can turn into vintages. I feel like that could be possible, but it's gonna be a lot more complicated than it would be from something like Murder Mystery 2. Because the thing is, in Murder Mystery 1, there weren't even any tiers, you know, there weren't any commons or rares or godlies. There were just different knife skins that you could buy. There wasn't even much of an economy back then, you know? And the thing about Assassin is there are so many different tiers. You know, there's commons and rares and legendaries. So if all of those were to become unobtainable, I don't feel like they would make them their own separate tiers. You know what I mean? Because then you have to make a bunch of different tiers for the game. Now, if only the exotics and the mythics and the dreams become unobtainable, then maybe you can separate them by their own, you know, like classic or vintage tier. But even then, I feel like Prisman would have to make 3 separate tiers. It just wouldn't feel right if exotics and mythics and dreams were all in the same tier. I feel like that would downplay some of the mythics and the dreams, that they were the exact tier as exotics. But I do like that general concept. You know, if all of the tier 1 exotics become unobtainable, it would be really cool if the vintage tier was just exotic, and then maybe in the cases there will be a different tier to replace the exotic. Maybe something like a godly, so you could unbox godlies in the box, but then exotics are like the old godlies. You know what I mean? Does that kind of make sense? I don't know. I guess that concept gets a little bit too confusing when you get too deep into it. But yeah, people do want some classic tiers in this update. Maybe that'll happen. I don't know. I don't really think it's necessary. I feel like you can just make the exotics unobtainable and then create some new exotics, and I think that would be fine for this game. But of course, let me know what you guys think. What knives do you want to become unobtainable? Should there be a new tier for these old knives? Let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, those were the main 3 changes that you guys wanted to see in the that community posts. There are some other suggestions, so I'm going to go ahead and go through them rather quickly. One person suggested some more prestige rewards, which I definitely agree with. More prestige rewards is something I wanted in Assassin for a long time. As you guys know, when you prestige, you actually get a special rare or legendary knife up until prestige 10. Once you get prestige 10, you don't get any more knives. You might get some tokens for prestiging, but you don't really get any knives. And to be honest, it's not that hard to get to prestige 10. You know, you're gonna get there eventually, and it's really just legendaries and rares as prizes. So it would be really cool to get some exotics and mythics as you get into the higher tiers. Like maybe prestige 50, you can get an exotic, and then prestige 100, you can get a special mythic knife, and then maybe like for prestige 500, you can get a dream knife. That would be really cool to be added into this game because people have such high prestiges, so it's a shame that the best prize you can get is only prestige 10. Because that is just so small compared to the hundreds of prestiges that people are at right now. Someone also suggested some very rare knives being in the cases. So on top of the 2% chance exotic, there could be something like extremely rare, like a secret knife in the case. Similar to chromas in Murder Mystery 2. As you guys know, chromas are extremely difficult to unbox. It's like a 1 in 10,000 chance. So it would be interesting to see something like a 1 in 10,000 chance to unbox like a secret knife in the case. That would be absolutely insane. And those knives would probably end up being quite valuable for quite a while. Though I do feel like eventually they would go down as more and more people unbox it. But even so, like having a secret knife in the cases would be insane. Someone also suggested a story mode, which a story mode in Assassin, that sounds bizarre, to be honest, but it might just work. I would be interested to see a story mode in Assassin. I don't really know how well it would go. I can't imagine a single player Assassin experience because Assassin has always been exclusively multiplayer. So it would be really interesting to see like a solo mode for Assassin. I would want to see how that goes. How would that even work? Like, I personally have no idea. And that's why I'm so interested in it. I feel like there would be so much potential. Let me know what you guys think about that one. Because like a story mode or a single player mode for Assassin, I can't wrap my head around that, but that would be crazy. Some people also suggested like a refund system where you could refund your knives or sell your knives for tokens. I don't know, that'd be kind of interesting. I mean, I personally wouldn't want to like get more tokens because I could just grind for tokens. So I don't really think that's all that useful, but you know, that is a pretty interesting concept as well. Someone also suggested a live event, which I can absolutely agree with. As you guys know, in the Christmas 2020 event, there was almost a live event with the Prince Snowman. There was almost a live event and I was super hyped for it, but unfortunately Prisman ended up removing the live event. But I would love to see Prisman revisit that concept. I mean, he was thinking about it for a while. He almost added in a live event, so it would be really cool to have a live event in Assassin and then be able to live stream it with you guys. That would be awesome. And yeah, that is pretty much it in terms of the main suggestions. But yeah, guys, overall, Assassin 2 is probably going to be a revamped version of Assassin 1. We're probably going to get a brand new lobby. I'd imagine we're going to get completely new maps. Probably all of the old maps are going to be removed as well. We're probably going to have old knives and old cases removed, and some new knives and cases into the game. And we'll probably get some new features as well. So Assassin 2 already looking promising, even though we haven't seen a single thing about the game. I don't know, it's just promising already. That's gonna be it for this speculation video, guys. Comment down below what else you guys want to see. Maybe we can make more speculation videos in the future. We'll have to see what happens. And of course, if I have any more news about Assassin 2, I will let you guys know. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Roblox Assassin. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all those other things that YouTube people do. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay purple.